Hello everyone, I'm Miranda with Multiplicity Crafts and I'm designing for the Scrapbook Blessings Club for today's video. I hope you enjoy, so just keep watching. Okay, so let's jump right in today. We're doing a pumpkin shaped card and you can begin with either drawing or tracing a picture of a pumpkin onto an A2 size card. I'm going to be coloring in the pumpkin with my distress inks. I'm using spiced marmalade and mustard seed. I'm going to begin with the spiced marmalade, which is an orange color. And if you'll notice, when I'm beginning to color this in with a distress ink, it will turn a little muddy. That is because I didn't erase my pencil lines before. So what we're going to do is erase the pencil lines and just leave a very faint outline. This way we can still color in the pumpkin and it not get muddy from the pencil lines. I'm just going in circular motions and also in windshield wiper swiping motions, and I'm trying to just block in the color at this point. I'm not really focusing on the areas that I want darker or lighter. I'm just blocking in color. Now on the edges of the pumpkin you can add a little bit more ink on your blending tool, and that will help deepen the edges where it looks a little more dimensional. But like I said, for now, I'm just blocking in color. It's not even really going to matter if you stay in the lines because we're going to cut this pumpkin out anyway. So I'm going to speed up the process here, and you can kind of see how I'm shading and highlighting. At this point, I have all of the orange laid down. Now I'm going to go in with my yellow ink, which again is called mustard seed, and add a little bit of highlight on the pumpkin. I'm going in with a wet paintbrush, and I don't have any color on it at the moment. I just have a little bit of water on it, and that's helping to blend my colors together. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my acrylic block and put a little bit of my distress ink on the acrylic block and spritz that with a little bit of water, and that'll kind of give me a watercolor effect. And since my brush is a flat edge, it'll kind of give me more of a chiseled look, and so I'm going to go in and define the contour of the pumpkin. I'm going to go in with my Crayola twistable crayon. These are kind of like gelatos. They're a gel crayon. And I'm going to go in and deepen the contour again and blend that out with my finger. This step is optional. I just wanted to add a little bit more dimension to my pumpkin and make it look as realistic as possible. This is probably just the artist coming out in me. I do enjoy painting and coloring and drawing, so this may be a little bit extra, but I enjoyed the process. I love these Crayola twistable crayons because they're so forgiving. You can really blend them nicely. They're not hard to blend at all. And I'm going in with a yellow just to add a little bit more highlight in the highlighted areas. And here I'm going in with my green color for the stem of the pumpkin. And like I said, these do blend very easily, so be careful not to get it too close to the orange color to where it would smear onto the orange. And I'm going very carefully and just taking it little by little and coloring in the areas that I want green. I'm finishing off the pumpkin with a brown fine point Crayola marker, and I'm basically just going around the edges and tracing just to define those edges. And I will continue by adding brown lines on the contour of the pumpkin. So at this point I'm ready to cut the pumpkin out, and I'm going to go ahead and cut through the entire card, not just the front layer, but cut the whole card out, and that way your entire card will be a pumpkin shape. And here's what the pumpkin card looks like once it's cut out. And I think it's really cute at this point, but it does need something on the front, like a sentiment. So I'm going to go in with my Memento Tuxedo black ink. And on my acrylic block, I already have my sentiment on there. And I'm going to stamp that onto some white cardstock. I didn't realize it at the time, but I did stamp this upside down, but it doesn't really matter because once I cut it out, it'll be right side up. I'm also going to stamp a few leaves on there for the pumpkin. And the thing I like about the Memento ink is that it is fast drying, so I can go ahead and color in those leaves right away. Again, I'm just going in with my green gel Crayola crayon and coloring in the leaves. I'm also going to take a little bit of my distress ink in the orange and go around the edge of my sentiment just to give it a little bit of character and so it'll blend into the front of the card a little bit better. I'm mainly just focusing on going around the edges at this point, just giving it a little bit of a distressed look. You'll notice I have my sentiment still on the wax paper, and that's just to make cleanup easy and to keep my work surface clean. I'm going to finish the sentiment up by going in with a little bit of my yellow highlight shade. Again, this is in Mustard Seed. And I'm just adding a little bit in between where the darkest part of the orange is on the corners. Here's my finished sentiment. I did add a couple of brads on either side. I'm going to go in with my glue runner and adhere that down to the front of my pumpkin card. The finishing touch is to add the leaves. I'm going to go in with some glue dots and add those to the back of the leaves that I just colored and cut out. And I'm going to put that right by the stem of the pumpkin. And on the second leaf, I'm going to pop that up with some foam squares to give it a little bit of dimension. This will give it a 3D effect. And so here is the finished card. I think it turned out really cute, and it's nice for fall if you have a fall birthday or fall occasion. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up on my YouTube channel if you did enjoy this, as well as subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.